Thank you for staying with us and welcome to Face Off on Channels Television. I'm Neota Egbe. President Muhammadu Buhari, in his 2016 New Year message, reminded Nigerians of his resolve to adhere to the change agenda, the basis of his campaign. He assured citizens he will turn Nigeria to a country they will be proud of. He promised they will get the basics, that's infrastructure that work, healthcare that is affordable, jobs, reducing unemployment to the lowest of single digits while repositioning the ailing economy. About 10 months down the line, is this administration's effort bringing forth the desired results? Would there be light at the end of the tunnel? Or indeed, when would the light at the end of the tunnel be seen? Or, as some schools of thought would say, has the change agenda been forgotten or is it missing? Well, we hope we can get some questions or some answers. Today in the studio we have the Publicity Secretary of the All Progressives Congress in Lagos State, Mr. Joy Bokwe. Thank you for joining us.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. We're good. And on the other side is Declan Ihekari, National Coordinator, Activist for Good Governance. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome.
Gentlemen, we're asking the question, Nigeria's change agenda, how effective is it? So in 10 seconds, you could just give a summary because we need to take a quick break. So let me begin with you. How effective is it?
Yeah, thank you. Effectiveness of anything depends on perception. And the perception I'm looking at is what aspect has been changed.
Okay. Is that okay?
Well, we're on it.
You're on it?
We're on it.
Okay.
On it. Rome was not built in a day.
Okay. We'll take a moment and we'll come back to continue this conversation. The change agenda, how effective, some schools of thought would ask, is the change agenda missing or has it been forgotten? We'll take a moment, but remember you can be a part of the conversation. Send your tweets to @NeoTaigwe or at FaceOff. Today, if it's longer than 140 characters, send a mail faceoff@channelstv.com. We'll be back shortly. Please don't go away. Welcome back. So the question we're asking, the change agenda, how effective is it? And I have two gentlemen in the studio. Public Secretary of APC Lagos State and Coordinator of the Activists for Good Governance. So Mr. Ihekari, maybe you want to ask Mr. Bukwe the first question, because he says they're on it. So what's your question you want to ask?
Yeah, I just want to ask him, if we're on it, how long will Nigerian masses that trooped out en masse to vote President Muhammadu Buhari into power, how long should we wait?
Yes, change is not an event, it's a process. And in a factory, you don't have a product without a process. But first, let me apologize to Nigerians for the problems we are having with the issue of power and the issue of PMS. This thing has been with us for a while, but this is not an excuse. It's not an excuse. The job must be done. But what we're asking for is time to fix. You can bring down a whole city. It's in a second. But if you want to rebuild that city, it's going to take you years. It's going to take you years. That's what we're trying to do. By the time APC came into power last year, there was rot in the system. The house was an organ stable, if you know what I mean. So you need to be cleared. As I speak to you, there are still vestiges of the former administration, still in the system. We need time to clear that out. We came to power in 2015. By the time we came to power in 2015, before, NNPC was importing fuel to 60% of the fuel. From 60% to 70% to an almost 100%. So it means that our refineries went down. All the 4 of them or 5 of them are no longer working. Those refineries will have to be fixed, and it's not their job. It's a process. Those refineries will have to be fixed if we have to come out of this problem, since we still rely on importation. So these are the things that we need to do. By the time, if you are talking about power is a heavy investment. It's a heavy investment. By the time Buhari came to power in 2015, the power generation was dropped up to 700. We are having this issue of fuel supply then. from 700, the thing moved, not because the power plants that you have can only generate that. We had about 5,000 something capacity. But for those plants to work, you need to feed something, you need to feed gas. If somebody goes to tamper with the gas pipes, the power will not generate, you won't have it. Not that the power station was blown down, but somebody cut the power supply. This has been the issues over the years. Last month or so, we had about 5,070 megawatts. And we said by 2016, by the end of 2016, you're going to have 7,050. You're going to add additional 7,000. That's achievable. That's achievable. But if somebody goes to Warri power plant, or anywhere in Rivers or anywhere in Nigeria, and cut off gas supply, you will lose something from that station immediately. Not that the whole power station was blown up, but the supply will drop immediately. That's what we witnessed.
Okay, but for the first time in the history of this country, we had at least 3 hours where the entire supply chain was coming.
Yeah, I say we're still suffering the incubus, what psychologists would call the incubus of the past administration. Some of them have refused to come to terms that there's a change.
Okay,
there's a change. But we're not complaining. We will deal with it.
Okay,
head on.
See, this is where I tend to disagree with him. I am here today not as a party man. He is here as a party man, but I'm here as a loyalist. I am here as somebody who was the same camp with him during the last election. We were the same camp, but I'm here today to speak the mind of the masses that are suffering the pain on the streets, okay, on daily basis. And I stand not to be corrected. When President Muhammad Buhari came on board, his body language was speaking. Electricity supply increased drastically. The fuel queue disappeared overnight. Nigerians are saying we want that body language to continue. The question, where is that body language? My brother here is talking about sabotage. Of course, you should know that there will be saboteurs. Nigerians are not concerned about blame game. Oh, it was this administration that caused this. It was that administration that caused that. No. What we are saying is that body language that stabilized electricity in the first 1 month of Buhari administration, Nigerian masses want that body language. And that's what we stand on. I asked him a question here. I said, how long do we wait? I'm not sure he has answered that. He's only telling us here that come 2016, there will be 90, now what did he call it, 9,000 megawatts or so. How many Nigerians would have died before then? So many Nigerians would have died. You need to see what Nigerian people are suffering on a daily basis. I parked my car all the way at Alausa and I walked all the way to Bega because of the fuel queue. What are we talking about? Must Nigeria keep on dying when somebody is telling me, wait? I want to tell you, patience died with the last administration. What Nigerians want now is performance. We don't want Mrs. Patience again or Mr. Patience. What we want is Mr. Performance.
Is it difficult to ask for?
No, it's not difficult. It's not difficult, but it's not going to the market to pick our carabaos. It's not. I'm an engineer by training. Probably.
Someone actually said the problem is there was no plan, no direction, no roadmap.
No, they don't say that. We have an economic team. When you have Professor Chibajo as the head of the economic team, who is the vice president, you have the Minister for Trade, Minister of Finance, Governor of Central Bank, Minister of Budget and Planning, and the economic advisor to the president. This is the economic team. It's not, talk is very cheap. It's not enough for you to say that. Getting things done require extra efforts, capacity, capability. You see, moving the ball is hard in politics. Especially moving the ball is hard. I want you to know what I'm saying. Moving the ball is hard in politics. You need a lot of forces.
So, but are we in the place of politics or are we in the place of governance?
No.
Because that's what I think.
It's all about politics and governance. You play politics to win power. When you win power, you govern. You also still play politics.
You also play politics with the Nigerian masses?
No, you don't understand. Try to understand what we're saying.
I understand you because we're in the same team. You see, and let me show you something. This is it. I was part of the campaign trail of President Muhammadu Buhari. All right, I'm here to speak as a person who was part of the game.
Okay, so you
but
tasted
I'm
it.
disappointed. We are disappointed.
Okay, so you tasted it, and now you're not seeing what you were told.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Don't be disappointed.
Nothing like politics.
We feel your pains. We feel your pains, and it's all of us that are suffering. I had to leave Apapa by 4 to get here. Because at the time I was to come, I wasn't so lucky I was stuck at the Jaraba. Not because of fuel crashes. I couldn't come. I left by 4 to get to this place. And I got to this place 3 hours later because of the queues. You know, these are the things that you don't need to come and start appealing to Nigerians. The job must be done. We're saying the same thing. The job must be done. But what we're saying is that this government requires some encouragement, you know, from people like us, Nigerians, patience, support to get these things done. When you are doing a good thing, not many people will like you, but you get good friends, quality good friends that will be with you. Somebody told me, say, if I go to petrol station, I say Baba, that they will stone me. I said, well, we need to think. We need to think. I think like an engineer.